I can tell you that I played 10 years in the National Football League as the place kicker for the San Diego Chargers. And during that time, I played under some great coaches. Coach Don Coryell was our head coach for a lot of years, and Joe Gibbs, in fact, was a coach in San Diego. And I learned the value they are to a team. The success of our team was directly related to the coaching abilities of our coach. But I also learned the impact they had on us as individuals, how they could find the potential in all of us and pull that out of us. But when I left the game, I met perhaps the coach I value more than any coach I've ever met, and that is Ron Jenson. Dr. Ron Jenson became my life coach. He taught me how to balance my life, not just be successful in business, but also be successful as a father and as a husband and as a business partner. He helped me redefine what success was like. He's a very special man. I'd like you to meet my life coach, Dr. Ron Jenson.
You were always sure of yourself. Now I see you broken at
Ron has challenged me to be more than I thought I could be in a lot of areas in my life. He's encouraged me. He's built me up. Very exciting to have somebody and say, what you're doing is okay, and keep progressing. And Ron is just an expert at that. He's a master of really making people feel good and saying there's more you can do.
Joe Gibbs says, Dr. Jenson has written a comprehensive and doable achievement program for following through with one's personal and professional goals with emphasis on inner success versus outward success. And you've heard of Dr. Ken Blanchard, right? Well, Ken says, Dr. Ron Jenson's approach to leadership is what companies are really needing. I've seen him with top worldwide business leaders, and what he has written really works and helps people win big, very big. Mary L. Walker, she says, Ron reminded me how important it is to keep our priorities straight and to actively plan for a balanced life. It was easy to see how success often leads us away from that objective, to our detriment. Ron stimulated me to reevaluate my priorities and to be more conscious of my daily decisions.
Are you successful? Are you a success?
The Honorable William L. Armstrong calls Ron Jenson a powerful communicator whose message is so appropriate for today. I've used his materials with colleagues in the Senate, and all of us have greatly benefited from its relevance.
I've had the privilege of interviewing hundreds of leaders all around the world for many years now.
At the end of your life, how will you know you succeeded? It's a good question. If you look back at your life at the end, what will be the measurements of success? None of them said power, prosperity, position, prestige, or pleasure. None of them. Instead, they said to me things like this. How did my kids turn out? What kind of relationship did I have with my spouse? Did my life really count? Did I live a personally virile life, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually? Was I all that I could be? Did I provide value in my community, in my business? Did I really help people win? It was fascinating to me. All the issues they addressed related to the concept of significance.
But I'm here to learn. I'm just a student with you.
Ampak jaz sem se tle, da bi se kaj naučil. Tudi jaz sem študent.
Because many times the teacher learns from the student.
Ker velikokrat se učitelj uči od učencev.
And I've learned much from Ron Jenson.
Vi ste bodoči diamanti.
And so let's go make a lot of money.
In res zaslužimo veliko
And
denarja.
help a lot of people.
In pomagamo veliko ljudem.
And Ron will help us keep it all together once we've done it.
In Ron bo to pomagal, da bomo res to obdržali, ko bomo to naredili.
And with that, would you help me welcome my friend
A mi pomagali, prosim, pozdraviti mojega
from
prijatelja
San Diego, California,
iz San Diega, iz Kalifornije,
Dr. Ron Jenson.
dr. Ron Jenson.
Thank you.
Hvala lepa.
Kids. Husbands, you want your wives to act like queens? Then treat them like they're a queen. Verbalize it. Wives, women, can I just be honest with you? Do you know that with just a little look, you can close down your husband? Really, watch this. I'll show you how to do it. Guys, am I right?
Nikolai S. Stoyarov of the International University of Moscow says, Ron makes me think of life's real meaning, of what I can and should change in myself and how. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Ron Jenson.
Well, I asked you a question earlier. How would you like to be remembered when you died? Or if you died today, what would your obituary read? When you hear the name Nobel, what do you normally think of? Nobel. Yeah, the Peace Prize, right? Or the Nobel Prize, the Nobel Peace Prize, because that's what he's known for, of course. Well, that's only chapter 2 to Alfred Nobel's story. Let me tell you chapter 1. Alfred Nobel made millions of dollars as an industrialist, one of the great ones in Scandinavia. At the height of his career, his brother tragically died. And by mistake, one of the national newspapers wrote Alfred's obituary. How would you like to wake up tomorrow and read your obituary? You know what it said? In essence, it was this. Alfred Nobel made his millions by creating weapons of destruction for the annihilation of mankind. You see, Alfred Nobel invented and popularized and manufactured dynamite. Nobel saw that, and it was like someone hit him on the side of the head, and he said, I am not going to be remembered as a man of destruction. I'm going to give the rest of my life, the rest of my resources, all that I have to be a man of peace. And we know the rest of the story, don't we? People are changed when the key is established. The only way you can establish the key is to create an environment where people have the freedom to open up. That is done through yielding, through humility, through grace and graciousness. Well, do you have someone in your life who drives you nuts? Sure you do. Have a spouse that just won't listen? Do you have a child that is recalcitrant and disobedient? Do you have an associate who is causing great conflict or employee who simply won't respond? You want to change him? Establish the right key. And in establishing the right key, create unity. If you do, you'll have a team, and you really help change your world. It's great to be with you. Goodbye.